Today we want to look at a few more examples where we're solving entire problems using all of those steps 1 through 6. So if we look at the first example here, right? Again, I really would ask you to copy these examples down onto a sheet of paper so that you have them to look at as you are doing the practice problems today. Step 1 says write the systems of equations so that like terms are lined up. X's are lined up, Y's are lined up, equal signs, constants. That's already done. Step 2, determine which variable to eliminate and make the coefficients opposites if necessary. Well, I see that positive 2y and negative 2y are already opposites, right? So I'm already done with step 2. I don't have to change anything. I already have opposites. Step 3, I'm going to add straight down. Things that are opposite should cancel out. 1x plus 3x gives me 4x. 4 plus 4 gives me 8. We eliminated the y's. Step 4, solve that equation to find the first variable, which in our case is x. So I'm going to solve that by dividing both sides by 4. And then I get that x is 2. Step 5 says substitute that value into one of my original equations. I'm going to use the first one, x plus 2y equals 4. And I'm going to put 2 in for x. So 2 plus 2y equals 4. And now I want to get y by itself. So I'm going to subtract 2. 2y is 2, and when I divide by 2, I get that y is 1. And last step, step 6. Write my values from steps 4 and 5 as an ordered pair, x comma y. So my ordered pair is going to be 2 comma 1. And then I want to check my work. So I used both original equations. X plus 2y equals 4. And 3x minus 2y equals 4. If I put 2 in for x and 1 in for y, are they both true? 2 plus 2 times 1 is supposed to equal 4. Well, that's 2 plus 2. And that does equal 4. So first equation checks out. What about the second equation? 3 times 2 minus 2 times 1 is supposed to equal 4. Well, that's 6 and minus 2. And 6 minus 2 equals 4. So the second one checks out. That means this was my final answer. And I can say now I am done, and I am sure it is correct. Sometimes, right, we need to multiply first to make opposites. So let's look at an example of that. So first, make sure my like terms are lined up. They are. Second, determine which variable to eliminate and make the coefficients opposites by multiplying if necessary. Well, it jumps out to me that the x's are both 2x. Right? I need them to be opposites, though, so I need one of them to be negative 2x instead. I'm going to pick one equation and multiply it by negative 1 so that it changes all of the signs. I'm going to do my second equation. Then if I rewrite my problem, the first equation stays the same. 2x minus 4y equals 8. The second equation becomes negative 2x, negative 12y, and equals 8. Right. I could also have multiplied the first equation by 3, and I would have had a negative 12y to cancel out my positive 12y. That would have been another option. Right, so there's not just one option as long as I somehow make opposites. So my 2x and negative 2x are opposites. That means I am done with step 2. Step 3 says add straight down. So I want to add straight down in order to eliminate those x's, because 2 plus negative 2 makes 0 of them. Negative 4 plus negative 12 is negative 16y, and 8 plus 8 is 16. Step 4 is to solve that equation to find my value of the first variable. This time, our first variable is y. So if I divide by negative 16, I get that y equals negative 1. Once I found y, my next step is to go back and find x. So if I want to go back and find x, I have to go back and put negative 1 in for y in one of my original equations. I'm going to use the top one. 2x minus 4y equals 8. So 2x minus 4 times negative 1 equals 8. That makes 2x negative 4 times negative 1 is positive 4. And then to get x by itself, I can subtract 4 from both sides. And finally, divide by 2, and I get that x is 2. And my last step, step 6, write my answer as an ordered pair. 2 comma negative 1, and check. So I need to check in both equations. 2x minus 4y equals 8. And 2x plus 12y equals negative 8. If I put 2 in for x and negative 1 in for y, are both of these equations true? Well, 2 times 2 minus 4 times negative 1, does that equal 8? 2 times 2 is 4, and a negative times a negative is a positive. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 plus 4, yep, that one checks out. And in my second one, 2 times 2 plus 12 times negative 1. Does that equal negative 8? Well, 2 times 2 is 4, and a positive times a negative is a negative. 12 times 1 is 12. Is 4 minus 12 negative 8? Yes, it is. That means that I am confident that my answer is the correct answer. I'm going to put a box around it and a check mark next to it. See if you could pause the video, right, and try this next problem before we go through it together. So again, trying this problem before we go through it together. So if we start looking at this problem, right, the part that I'm going to be able to eliminate, so I already looked at step 1. My terms are all lined up. Step 2, though, I need opposites. The only ones I can make opposites are the y's. The x's, I can't multiply 5 by anything that makes 22. Like I can't take 22 divided by 5, so it's not going to work to make those opposites, right? So the y's I can make opposites. I'm going to do that by multiplying the one with a smaller value in front of the y. What do I need to multiply that negative 2y by if my goal is to make it positive 14y? Right? What do I need to multiply negative 2 by to get positive 14? Well, I need to multiply it by negative 7. So then if I rewrite the whole problem, right, my original equation, 2x minus 14y equals negative 10. We didn't change the top one. The bottom one, if I multiply everything by 7, 5 times 7 is 35x. 7 times, I said it out loud. I said I'm going to multiply by negative 7, and I just forgot my negative sign. Right? So negative 35x. Negative 7 times negative 2 is positive 14y. And negative 7 times negative 7 is positive 49. Right? So we did that so that now my y's are opposites. If you multiply and you get things where they are not opposites, that's okay. You just multiplied by the wrong number. erase it and try again. It's not a big deal. Right? My y's eliminate. If I add down 2 plus negative 35, 22, I almost missed a 2 too, goodness, is negative 13x. And negative 10 plus 49 is the same thing as 49 minus 10, which gives me 39. When I divide by negative 13, I get that x is negative 3. Once I find x, my next job is to find y. And I do that by filling x back into one of my original equations. I'm going to use the second one because it looks like it has smaller numbers. So 5x, 5 times negative 3 minus 2y is supposed to equal negative 7. That's negative 15 minus 2y equals negative 7. I can add 15 to both sides if my goal is to get y by itself. Then negative 2y equals 8. And finally, when I divide both sides by negative 2, I get that y is negative 4. Last step, write my answer as an ordered pair. Negative 3, negative 4, and then check my work. So if I use the first equation, 22x minus 14y equals negative 10, and the second equation, 5x minus 2y equals negative 7, and I fill in negative 3 and negative 4 for x and y, does it make both of these equations true? Let's check. 22 times negative 3 minus 14 times negative 4 is supposed to equal negative 10. Well, that's negative 66 and positive 56. Negative 66 plus 56, that does equal negative 10, so that one checks out. And the second one, 5 times negative 3 minus 2 times negative 4 is supposed to equal negative 7, but does it? Negative 15, and negative times a negative is a positive. 2 times 4 is 8. Yep, negative 15 plus 8 is negative 7. One final example. If you want to try to pause the video and try this one yourself first, you can go for it. Otherwise, we're just going to go through it together. I have two options, right? Because this is a 1 and a 1. Right? I can divide 4 by 1 when I look at the x's. I can also divide 2 by 1 when I look at the y's. So I could choose to eliminate either one of those. I'm going to pick the y's because I see that I already have a positive and a negative. So I'm not going to have to multiply by a negative number this way. Right? If you pick the x's, since the signs are the same, when you multiply, you would have to multiply by a negative number. So then I picked the y's. I need to know if I want this to instead be a negative 2y so that it would make the y's eliminate, I have to multiply negative 1 by 2. Then if I rewrite my equations, 4x plus 2y equals 10. 2x minus 2y equals 26. Right? My y's are opposites. Right? Again, when I get to this step, if I get something that's not opposites, it's okay. Just try again. Multiply by something different. Those cancel out. And I get 6x equals 36. And I can finish solving for x yet by dividing both sides by 6. So then x equals 6. And once I find x, I can find y by plugging 6 back in for x. I'm going to use the second equation. 6 minus y equals 13. And then I can get y by itself by subtracting 6 from both sides. Negative y equals 7. Well, if negative y equals positive 7, then positive y equals negative 7. Or I could show that I'm going to divide both sides by negative 1, because that's really what's in front of that y with a negative sign. After I find x and y, right, now I'm on to my last step, which is write my answer as an ordered pair, 6 comma negative 7, and then check my work. For x plus 2y equals 10, x minus y equals 13. If I use 6 for x and negative 7 for y, are both of those true? 4 times 6 plus 2 times negative 7 is supposed to equal 10. Well, 24 and a positive times a negative is a negative. 2 times 7 is 14. 24 minus 14, yep, that equals 10. And in the second equation, 6 minus negative 7 is supposed to equal 13. Well, remember, minus a negative actually turns to adding, so 6 plus 7 is 13. That means since both of those equations checked, I can put a box around that answer and say I am sure that it is correct. So now it's your turn to try some practice problems. Remember, I'm available on Google Meet and I try to check my email as much as I can. If you have questions, please ask.